But Kelly, I don't have the money to launch. Stop making excuses. Learn how we've connected regular people with customers and funding through innovation challenges. Download our free resource guide and get unstuck.
fuck did I just do? I don't know how I did that. That's what I meant to do right there. Always pressing the wrong fucking button on this thing. And we got comments for a little while. Just let me know if the comment section freezes up and I'll go back to full screen. I've been having to do that a lot lately. But it is what it is. About to listen to some beats and hit this bong real quick. And they stay mad cause I kick backs. Fuck that, I don't need math, no kickbacks. Oh, but that shotgun got a hella fine kickback, and your mouth just might get jacked if you keep on talk smack. Cause boy, listen, I don't play no fucking games. I'm from that South, nigga. I don't play with no fucking lames. You know his fucking name, TR-AP. Boy, I been in that trap, man. I'm strapped with that AP. Going down. Is going down in the street.
Just imagine the perfect small business that you could start. What would that look like?
I can just imagine skipping this commercial of you telling me to give me my money. Give me your money. Give it all to me, and you'll see a perfect way.
Ángel La Ciencia.
Fucking with the hotness. Fucking with the hotness. Fucking with the hotness. Man, that shit be nice. No, you cannot stop this. Really? Hey, 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 hey. free Hulu, yo. So goddamn, oh, since you have the unlimited plan, you get Hulu for free. Bitch, I had the unlimited plan for 10 fucking years. Y'all should give me Netflix, Hulu, Voodoo, Amazon Prime. Y'all need to give me everything for free. I've been paying $117 a month for 10 years for my phone bill. I feel idiotic. That shit out loud, you know? But I just don't want to go through the hassle of going through getting a new plan and having to change my number or some dumb shit like that, you know? So I just stick with Sprint with their unlimited plan. It works good. I rarely ever lose service, and you know, I got all the good apps and everything with the iPhone and all that shit. But anyway, so Sprint gave me Hulu for free. So I'm like, alright, thank you, Sprint. Bitch ass motherfuckers. Let me see. Hulu, account, name, password, all this shit. Then it's like, what are you interested in? Of course, my shit is like science, documentaries, history, anime, motherfucking action, sci-fi. And so there's like a limited shit that I really want to watch. Like, I could put like comedy and horror, but like, if you find anything good in the other list, it'll be funny and scary and suspenseful, like. But and so yeah, I tried to watch Hulu yesterday, or just find something. I was bored as fuck, just trying to find something to fucking watch real quick. And I'm just scrolling through, and then it's like anime, and then I look, something was like Major Lasers. Like, this shit fucking corny. It looks corny, but it's a black character, so let's see what the fuck they did with this black character. Major Lasers just fucking, it's weird. He's just like some weed head, like this super weed head. This motherfucker just, I don't even know. I only watched the first episode. It just was weird as fuck, but the music was so hot. And then the fact that the motherfucker's cursing and smoking weed, and this little white girl running around trying to get high, and then she get too high, and then Major Lasers have to help bring her down from her high. Trying to tell you, like, see, you weren't ready for this shit. It was just the weirdest. It is so hard to explain it. That first episode was the weirdest shit, and it's short. It's like just a few minutes, but it's like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, who? And now today, so that's all I did. I just watched the first episode. I watched it twice. And so now I need to see who the directors, the producers, the animators of this thing, and who organized this shit, who put all of it together, who are the artists who's doing the music on this shit, because the music is hot, and there's like one voice, the bitch sounds like Rihanna a little teeny bit, like, but I'm like, okay, so who did they get to do the fucking music for this shit? Because the music is in sync with the show, the music is original music for the show. And like, the animation isn't terrible. Like, the animation's pretty cool. I want to know the voice, the actors, who are the voices of these. Who the fuck put this shit together? I want to know everybody involved with this shit now, yo. Everybody, especially the writers and producers. Who the fuck who put the money behind this shit? Because the producers gave everybody else the job. You know what I'm saying? If the shit didn't have a production budget, you couldn't pay the writers or the actors or the editors and everybody else or the animators. So who actually produced this shit? Then I want to, like I say, I want to know everything, yo. The motherfucking, I want to know the goddamn, the voice actors. Who the fuck who is the voice actor for Major Lazer, and what else? Damn, see, now that I'm thinking about that shit, I'm just Googling that shit right now. Major Lazer cast. dude name is so African, I can't pronounce that shit. I hate that about being American, yo. It saddens me. I find it so saddening that I can't pronounce this dude's name. Adewale. Adewale. And then it's Akinnuoye. Akinawi. And his last name is Agbaje. Agabje. Abdulwe. Kenyo. Agabje. I just butchered the fuck out of that shit. Fucking hate English. That should be my fucking name. You know, I should have a name like that. But thanks colonialism, can't even say this man's name. You know how long it took me to pronounce Idris Elba? That's fucked up. It has the one black guy who was the black guy from Star Wars. I don't even know his name. Oh, his John Boyega. But it was like some conflict because he was like a black stormtrooper or something or some shit like that. I don't know. But I guess he's in there. I don't know any of these other actors. But who produced this show? Who are the producers? No. Executive producer Rob Anderson, Nick Wheaton, Phil Hand, and Bagady. Other producers is Nick Rutherford, Al Levine, and Matthew Chadwick. So who is this Rob? Major Lazer is an American adult animated television series based on an electronic music group of the same name. That's what happened just now. I looked up Major Lazer producers and it took me to like this Jamaican group, like a music group. I was like, that's not. But okay, so the cartoon is based on an electronic music group of the same name created by DJ and record producer Diplo, with Ferry Guao and Kevin Kusatsu. It premiered on April 16th, 2015 as part of their Animation Domination High Def block after Stone Quakers. Major Lasers is the second ADHD original series to be aired on the channel after Fox had stopped its broadcast of the block itself.
created by Diplo, developed by Nick. Who's this right here? Nicholas Rab Wheatonfield, born 1979. R78 is an American television producer and executive who led program development for Cartoon Network's Adult Swim and Fox's Animation Domination high-def programming block. He won producing Emmy Awards in 2012 and 13 for his series Children's Hospital. Since 2016, he has been the president of programming for television channel Viceland. I'll look into some more of these guys later, because I don't know. Anything I'm really interested in, any type of entertainment is going to program you, or it has subliminals in it which may program you. That's what entertainment does. That's what media does. That's what advertisements do. It is what it is. And so even if you're being entertained, you still have to look like deeper into your entertainment to see what subliminals they're throwing in there and who put all this shit together. You know, because Hollywood are the social trendsetters, and our movies, our music, and our entertainment is what kind of gauges the trend for the youth of a generation. So if you don't know what the fuck you watching and who put that shit together, especially if you enjoy it, like if you find it interesting or cool or fascinating or something, figure out who put this together and figure out who those people are, you know. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Disney is a major player in social programming right now. Disney produces so much of the entertainment content for kids. And so stories don't have to be real. Frozen is not a real story. I've never seen the story. I've never seen Frozen, not one time. And I don't know, we were doing something in the wintertime, and it was about, I was doing an art project with the kids, and we were going to draw winter scenes, and I told one kid he can draw, like, a snowman or something, and then he said, I want to draw such and such. I can't think of the name now. And I was like, who's that? And, like, the whole table of kids just gasped. And even one of the teachers, she is like, Travis, you don't know who such and such is? I'm like, no, who is that? And then so she pulled it up on her phone, and it's the snowman character from Frozen. He looks a little weird. I don't know, he's shaped funny. They're like, this is the new snowman. I'm like, okay, didn't know that. But I understand how big of an impact this movie has had on young kids. There's book bags and merchandise and puzzles and books and, you know, movies and sequels. And then for the simple fact that I didn't know, like, one of the characters from this thing, like, they all looked at, and it was like you dropped your tray in the cafeteria. You know, I'm an adult, and I'm at a table with like 7 or 8 kids, and they're all like from 3rd to 5th grade. And as soon as I said like, who is that? Like, everybody, it was like this weird reaction, like, what? You know, he doesn't know who What's Colored is. I was like, nah. But that's the power, like, what Disney has. And I'm pretty sure, you know, there are some lessons in this movie, Frozen, some moral lessons. Every story has a protagonist or an antagonist to some certain extent. There is some kind of conflict that needs to be resolved. Normally, the main protagonist will have a arc to their story where the character starts out one way, and then by the end of the story, their views or themselves have slightly changed to represent the growth throughout the story. So I can understand there's good things in this, but Disney owns every fucking thing. They own all the Disney shit, for one, which is 100 and something years old. Then they brought Lucas Arts. What was Lucas? Yeah, Lucas Arts and Pixar. And so now they own like all the Star Wars shit. And then like when they bought the Marvel shit, I'm like, damn, Disney, you guys fucking own like all the fucking major movie franchises. Like all the classic characters of all the villains and all the superheroes and all the demigods and all the average people who just rise above to become spectacular. Like, they get to tell the narrative for all of this shit now. And it's like, that's odd to have so much, you want so much influence over, you know, the entertainment culture. I've listened to this thing right here like 100 fucking times. And all I gotta do is type in a few letters and the shit pops up because I've listened to it so much. But this guy talks about sports and entertainment and television and how it's used and how the propaganda and everything is used.
Now, I consider that I myself am a successful man in business. I hate business. I hate everything to do with it, accounting, figuring, adding up numbers, because they're all arid. They don't smell of anything. Sometimes there's an interesting smell to the ink on a checkbook. But by and large, all this figuring is a completely colorless occupation.
Millions of bucks each per year.
Now this dude, listen to this guy's voice. Let's do this real quick.
You grow out of as you grow up. And they knew to do this because H.G. Wells talked about it a long time ago. You see, when they take away your manhood, you only project it through someone else. Someone else who...
Now, I consider that I myself am a successful man in business. I hate business. I hate everything to do with it, accounting, figuring.
Now you can hear those two voices are pretty distinctive. They're not the same person speaking. Both are white guys. One of them sounds a little bit more British. One of them sounds a little bit more Scottish. But they're two different guys. And they have the same name. And both of them are always on some deep philosophy type shit. And if you search them, it's hard to. It's like it's weird because you go to either one of these names, and it's the same, but it's two different people, and they talk about different subjects. So this right here is a one that I've listened to several times.
The fixer.
And he breaks down why the elite and the establishment give us entertainment and how it's used to control us. And now we can see, like, all going to, like, their capital buildings in their states and their state capitals with their guns and all of this shit. It's because there is nothing else to keep people occupied right now. And I think by shutting down sports, they already knew this was going to happen. What the fuck do men do now? The average dude, these average guys, that's all they fucking do is work, drink beer, and sports. You know, it's been most of the white guys, they love their guns and hunting and shit, but when you start taking that shit away from people, like, motherfuckers get irate, and shit is gonna happen because people aren't being entertained. They don't have their favorite football team to root for, and so they can project themselves onto the field, and football is just war, it's combat, it's these two armies of gladiators fighting for the domination of territory. And men love that shit, and they feel like that they are one with the players, and that gives them some kind of outlet, you know, some kind of stress relief to make them feel like a man, because my Cowboys won, I'm part of a tribe, you know. But as soon as you take that shit away from people, motherfuckers ain't got a lot in their lives, honestly, nowadays. There's so much technology, and it seems like your life is full, but once you just shut down a little bit of shit, you shut down your entertainment and your job, what the fuck do you have left? Now you really got to talk to your kids and get to know your children, have a real actual conversation with your wife, which you haven't done in how long? You just found out your daughter's gay, you didn't know that shit, you know? It's uncomfortable not being distracted by the bullshit. And now this is why people are starting to get fucking antsy. Just 1 month of stay-at-home quarantine mandates. Just 1 month. Motherfucker, you 40 years old. Your whole goddamn life, it's all good. And then for 1 month, you can't even stay home without sports and entertainment. Now you want to go carry a gun on the state capitol and shit. Like I said, there are so many small factors and nuances that are gonna come into play for this mass psychological change that's going on right now. Because some people are wholeheartedly accepting this thing, and some people are just not.
Our growth, our maturity, you're fixed about the age of 15 for the rest of your life. That's how it seems. I'm not kidding either. That's how people are fixed. The guys are the same. Sports. Till the day they die, they're watching sports. They're watching, paid millions of bucks each per year for throwing or kicking a ball around. Something children do. Something you grow out of as you grow up. And they knew they'd do this because H.G. Wells talked about it a long time ago. You see, when you take away your manhood, you only project it through someone else. someone else who pretends at a weekend to be your tribe and he's fighting someone else, because in your own life you have no power at all. And you're putting on that fat gut with all the fast food you eat and the booze you drink. But there you are, suddenly you see yourself as a warrior for the weekend. What a joke. What a joke. Everyone's been manipulated by science and scientific indoctrination, including the whole psychology. That's a big part of it, the biggest part of it. Which also is going to be joined with the US under the Anglo-American establishment. Wrote about the kind of culture and the changes of culture over a 100-year period that they would actually design, implement, and bring in. And H.G. Wells talked about it too. He talked about arenas. He says arenas could be put up across the world for sports, for instance. Now, at that time, sports was something that children, school children were into. Adults became adults and got onto adult things. So it was unimaginable at the time that people could actually believe that there's even a need for adult sports and entertainment, never mind having arenas built across the world. But he said we can do this, and foist basically a sports culture for the males. Using a tribal system. We're all tribal to an extent. That's why we even bother to vote for a tribal leader. This is well understood. That's why we're supplied with these leaders. And because the average man was to become more disengaged from his own destiny, as the expert class arose, it was decided that the males would get their outlet, basically, gradually becoming helpless as males through sports. Therefore, they'd have a tribal team they could identify with. They could cheer them on as they were winning. In their own personal lives, they were getting nowhere. They were getting disenfranchised in a sense as experts took over decision-making for them in all kinds of fields. So this was psychology at use, planned before they even implemented the sports. When radio came along, of course, they used that to the maximum. Sports for the men, soaps basically for the women, and then Incan television, as I say, with its alpha state, its hypnotic state. And sure enough, around the 1960s, really, 50s and 60s, it took off. It really, really took off. And men became glued on Saturday nights to the sports shows. A culture industry, which is called by its own the culture industry. The Soviet Union had a department called the culture industry. Their actors and directors were called the cultural leaders, because they would, like a computer, people are like computers, all you have to do is keep giving them new updates every so often, and you can change an entire country or a nation or a block of nations who are all getting the same upgrades at the same time along certain paths. Today we call it political correctness. Most people want to belong to their peer group. They want to be the same as everyone else when it comes to opinions. In fact, they judge their own personal sanity by bouncing ideas off their neighbors and friends who will answer back and agree on these same topics in kind. It doesn't matter if the topics or what you're given are facts or utter nonsense, as long as everyone agrees at the same time. You'll say, well, I'm sane, and your friends will all agree because they've had the same information given to them.
Hey, it's Brian from Samcart, and if you're trying to build a real business online, but you're struggling to make consistent sales, I want to give you my #1 tip.
Bro.
The only way to handle danger is to face it. If you start getting frightened of it, then you make it worse. Because you project onto it all kinds of bogies and threats which don't exist in it at all. Whenever you meet a ghost, don't run away. Because the ghost will capture the substance of your fear and materialize itself out of your own substance and will kill you eventually, because it will take over all your own vitality. So then, whenever confronted with a ghost, walk straight into it.
Sebastian, what up, bro?
We gotta survive. You must survive. That's the great thing we're all working on. And pounding it out day after day in anxiety.
Do you
because
really?
This is a description of anxiety.
Do you really think it's a good job, though?
That one of a pair of opposites might cancel the other. Forever. And if by any chance, by any means, you find out that that is not so, you have an entirely new attitude to what human beings are doing.
Yo,
which may be very creative, but which also may be very dangerous. You see through the game. You are only just kidding that you're just poor little me. See, the function of a guru,
I don't know, bro.
Spiritual teacher in India, is
I don't know,
to give you
bro.
a funny look in the eye, because you come to him and say, "Mr. Guru, I have problems. I suffer, and it's a mess, and I can't control my mind, and I'm miserable and depressed, and so on." And he gives you a funny look, and you feel a bit nervous about the way he looks at you, because he thinks, he's reading your thoughts. This man is a great magician. He can read everything.
I don't know, bro.
He knows right down into your unconscious.
All right, so what I want to do is, you know what? I might actually try a little bit of something else really quick.
This man looks right through you, sees them all. But that's not what he's looking at.
I have a commission that I've been working on.
He's giving you a funny look.
But I had to set it to the side for a couple of days to let it dry. I want to see what can I do with that today, actually, because
just claiming it's poor little me.
The piece that is on my easel now is just a personal piece for myself. So there's no rush to get this piece done. My client said there's no rush to get her piece done, but I'd rather get hers done first. If I get hers done first, and then it'll be easier for me to focus on my own stuff.
Hey you, innovative entrepreneur, you could...
Dame la ciencia.
Me what?
and I pay with precision. I stay with commissions. Man, listen, I'm getting it dollars off mixing these colors and paint. Wait, I can't. If you can't relate, then guess what you thinking? I just might just faint from smoking all that gas, man. I up on some ass, gotta get a thing to grab. Nice soft buns, but I do it and yeah. Bend. Yeah. So guess what? You can blow me, cause we ain't no homies. Matter of fact, you's a phony and you don't know me. So guess what? You can blow me. You know we ain't homies. You pretty much a phony and you don't know me. So guess what? You can blow me. Talking tough shit, motherfucker gonna have to show me. You don't know me. You gonna have to show me. Talking tough shit. You gonna have to show me. Motherfuckers don't know me. Hell nah, we ain't no homies. Yeah. Ooh, I'm so scared to touch my shit. You know what? I think I need a what if I don't know. Say maybe if I had a fan blowing on that shit. Cause I don't want this shit to fall where I don't want it at. Let's see if I do it like this.
Hey, it's Brian from Samcart, and I've been testing something recently that I think you're going to find to be really encouraging and super useful. And it's a new...
Listen, Brian. We don't got time for that shit this morning, Brian. Go ahead with that shit, man. We got quarantine streams going on. Ain't nobody trying to listen to you sell your fucking internet book and all that dumbass shit, bro. We're trying to make some motherfucking art and chill the fuck out, Brian. That's what you need to do, Brian. You need to chill the fuck out, Brian. Yeah. And they got to get the gab, running their lips. Coming to the pad trying to sell me shit. But listen, homie, I ain't trying to buy, so you should dip. I'm trying to produce my own, man. Make it my own, man. Cause I got something from nothing. No, it sounds amazing, but listen, I ain't fucking playing. I'm sitting here playing with this gold fucking leaf. Trying to get it off, man. Trying to release all this excess, man. And it gets in the crease and it will not decrease. I'm trying to increase my wealth. Get it together, the weather getting heavy, so I stay in that leather, man. And y'all niggas rockin' pleather, that's that fugazi shit. Oh, and I just can't get with. Oh, niggas who can't understand the politics and situation that we living in. Stressful, hectic, but we still gotta respect it. Cause every man came in this world alone and he gon' leave the same way on the throne or in a fucking casket, man. I'm not a bastard, but listen, this hard life really been drastic. Had to bag it up in the plastic, but I got it mastered. So I sit with the brush. Yeah.
right there. Yeah, and I got the quarantine streams, so you know what that mean. I get really mean on the microphone with some corner freestyles. I ain't done it in a while, but I still be wild ever since a little child. Had to put my words together, make my own style. But now they all sound the same. To me, dawg, that's really lame. And I can't explain how you niggas got no fucking talent, but you say you are. They all sound the same, yo. All my rappers had a different flow, and you would know when he got on the mic for show, cause he wouldn't sound like no other motherfucker. Like, yo, that's Kid Rock. Like, yo, that's that hip hop. Now they all like, I be like, man, who is that? Travis Scott or is that whoever? I'm like, all these niggas sound the fucking same. What are you doing? That ain't no real hip hop.
There's a simple passive income business that allows you to be free.
Yeah.
You probably don't know about it. But let me.
Yeah. It's called a pyramid scheme, bro. I've heard of these before. You trying to get me to sell a product that somebody trying to get you to fucking sell. No. Got time for your pyramid schemes, motherfucker. I got my own dreams and I see through the eye. Like I'm trying to sew some seams, and I really got the needle, man. I thread that shit up and trying to get these bucks, so I cannot give up, and I stay moving, mushing like a husky. Fuck that, I must be the only one who touched these beautiful portraits. Man, I'm gonna bloom like a motherfucking orchid, or the rose that grew out of concrete. Cause I'm really hard, bro, and I came from the streets, but I got a soft side, put it in my poetry, man. So I hope you know with me. And when I fucking flow in threes, damn, you cannot flow with me. Oh, yeah. So I put it in my poetry. Oh, and when I really flow in threes, yeah, I put it in my poetry. Oh. And I put it in my poetry. Yeah, when I flow in threes, nigga. Yeah, I put it in my poetry. And when I flow in threes, yeah, like 666, that's the sign of the beast, but you can't get with, cause it's really the structure of your carbon matrix, and that's the melanin that makes your complexion in the skin of the black man. Let me represent, cause I stand in the sun without getting burnt. UV rays, man, that help me learn, help me break down my... it helped me break down my vitamin D, so I do oh my God, how come I can't get my words together, yo? I stand in the sun, and it helps me break down my vitamin D. That's like photosynthesis to me. Damn, I couldn't say that shit, yo. Bum, 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 bum.
in those UV rays. And I can really thrive in them UV rays. And I can really thrive in them UV rays. And I can really thrive in them UV rays. And I can really thrive in them UV rays. And I can really thrive in them UV rays. Wait a minute now, boy. What the fuck kind of funky shit y'all about to put on right here? Ooh, they ain't doing it like that on the beat, is it? Stereotypes, and ever since the infant, my daddy been missing. So I've been on a mission to change that fucking pimpin' and do it different. Cause I had some seeds, I fell too. So the system wins and it just continues to proceed. Man, the cyclical behavior got us stuck. Living by our nature, or is it nurture? I kinda hurt you when I really talk the realness. Fuck that. Never asking for forgiveness. You black bastard. And ever since the infant, my papa's been missing, so I've been on the mission. You black bastard. You black bastard. But I understand, man. They got caught up in them fucking drugs that the white man peddled in the hoods. And they call us all hood. They say we all thugs. We up to no good. But it's understood. We don't make the drugs. We don't make the slugs. We don't make the guns. We ain't build a pyramid in the fucking prisons. Fuck that. Hope you really listen. We stuck in the system. All the judges, politicians, cause they sold kids into custody just to cut a check. Oh. And then wonder why I still ask for respect. Don't say my fucking name if you won't really play the fucking game. You don't know you're fucking lame, and I try to get this shit up off my brain. That's something I think about. Sometimes I be thinking and I think that shit out loud. You black bastard. I'm a black bastard. You black bastard. And ever since the infant papa was missing, so I stayed on the mission to break the cycle, but then I fell too. The cyclical behavior, is it nature? Is it nurture? I try to hurt you, and I know I kinda hurt you, but I really urge you.
Like you, Pennsylvania American Water likes to test the water, and we really test
like
it.
me, I'm tired of hearing fucking
real-time
commercials.
notifications and millions of checks and balances, so that good, clean fun is always.
Okay. I like having some good, clean fun, if you know what I mean. Never opposed to that. And when I say good, clean fun, I'm talking about painting beautiful portraits. Where is your mind at? You guys are just so fucking weird, yo. I'm talking about art, man. Hey. Quarantine streams. Art and education. It's fun and freestyles. I ain't got much to offer, but hey, I'm trying to give it my all. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gotta do what they can, motherfucker. You stuck in the house and you can't get out. Fuck that. What you gonna do? You gonna sit and pout? Then binge watch all your fucking favorite shows? Now what? Ain't got nothing more to go, so you try doing the puzzle? Fuck that. Try reading the book? Like fuck that. Try to play the game? That shit whack. You just complain and sit back. I got these quarantine streams, so just relax and stay on my team. Yeah, let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Yeah, let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Yeah, let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Quarantine streams like, yeah, let's paint something. Let's think something. Let's paint something. Let's think something. Let's paint something. Let's think something. Quarantine streams and I'm ready to go like 8-1. I was born 8-1, that's so good cause I'm about to be 40. Man, I hope that's understood. Been painting for like almost 10 years now, when I can't really ever put this fucking brush down cause I need it for that art and education. Man, no hesitation, no contemplating. Only some weed and meditation. That's my medication when we lock down on these quarantine streams. We painting something. Let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Let's paint something. Let's think something. Quarantine streams like, yeah, let's think something. Oh, let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Oh, let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Oh, let's paint something. Yeah, let's think something. Quarantine streams. Quarantine streams. Education. Quarantine streams. Let's paint something. Some quarantine streams. Art and education. Like, Art and education. Let's paint some. Let's paint some. Let's think some. Let's paint some. Let's think some. Let's paint some. Quarantine streams. Alright. Y'all can download the mixtape now for $9.99. No, y'all can't get the mixtape. Why is this beat so sad? Like, damn it, dude, were you crying when you made this shit, homie? No.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist.
You don't think so?
No astronaut launches for space with their fingers crossed. That's not how we deal with risk. What I learned from 21 years as an astronaut is that the more you know, the less you fear. The reason I wanted to do this masterclass is to share the hidden depths of purpose that are behind space exploration. When the clock hits zero, start focusing in, thinking of nothing else but the moment that you're in. Study every system on a spaceship, and then boil it down to what I call a one-pager. You've got to be able to solve your problems in one breath. have to push your lungs forward through the drag of the atmosphere. Crushed into your chair, you're like a leaf in a hurricane. The reason is 1/2 rho v squared s. 16 times the speed of sound. As you accelerate harder and harder, that light blue Florida sky starts to get darker and darker, and then suddenly black. And the engine shut off, and you're weightless. Turn the handle and open the hatch. You pull yourself out into the universe, and now suddenly, when you move your knees, you can feel the searing heat of the sun on one side and the incredibly cold emptiness of space on the other.
So, have we been to the moon? Y'all want to get on that debate right there, yo? Have we been to the moon or not? All these astronauts be like, space is so awesome, and then you feel yourself weightless. Yeah, but I mean, how far out in space do you go, actually, you know? Because everybody talks about the Van Allen radiation belt and says, that shit'll kill you. But you guys did that shit in the fucking 60s and 70s, but you haven't been back. And the reason they haven't been back to the moon is always like some weird ass shit, you know, like they have all these weird reasons why no one goes to the moon like that. But it is what it is.
We hear it over and over from investors. I wish I had bought Amazon or Netflix when they were first recommended by the Motley Fool. I'd be sitting on a gold mine. And it's true. If you had invested in Amazon when we sent a buy alert at $15.31 per share, you'd be up 12,000%. Or if you had invested in Netflix when we recommended it at $1.85 per share, you'd be up 18,000%. And while Amazon and Netflix have had a good run, we think these 5 other stocks are screaming buys, and you can buy them now for less than $49 a share. You can grab a copy of 5 growth stocks under $49 for free for a limited time only.
We can work on his background for a little minute. See how much of his background we can do.
Yo, if you're an artist, singer, or rapper, just give me 1 second of your time so I can hook you up. So check this out. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan. I'm the producer with Ryan Beats, and I'm known for being...
I don't give a fuck about you, Ryan. You give a fuck about me, bro? And me and my art? No? Okay, then. Shit, dude. Hey, my name is Ryan. If you just give me 1 second, bro. Need something, I come looking for you, bro. really don't want to fucking use a ruler. Just trying to freehand these lines. I hate freehanding lines. You know what? Where's my ruler at? I thought I sharpened some pencils too. Alright, got a pencil. And so there's the line, a line that goes from here, goes kind of like that. Alright, shit. Alright, you get the point. And then from here, you got two paintings. And one of them is, there's a line that's here. Then there's a line that's about here. One here. There's a line here. Oh, this is why I hate drawing lines, bro. What? Lines ain't fun, yo. What the fuck? Who wants to be an architect and design a fucking building?
Can't see?
All these straight ass lines.
There you go. As you can clearly see, GlassesUSA.com has one of the best and most convenient ways to get glasses. Bye.
Yo, like, no commercials are like real commercials anymore. Commercials are just like people sitting in their fucking rooms advertising a product for a company.
I am Filthy Plucks.
50 Plucks. This is a whole song though, bro. Like, no thank you. No thank you. Alright, so this is
Bye.
I studied during lunch so I could further my career.
Yeah.
I earned a degree on my own time, and you can too. Earn your degree online.
Great with your online degree, bro.
Plotting the things move, trying to take over the planet, move like bitches and all the fools. Don't look at it, move
I swear I wasn't gonna leave the background.
Would you like us to build you an automated Amazon store which allows you the freedom to live your best life? Now, while most people are trying to create an online business,
Welcome to week 1. Over the next 12 weeks, we're going to study
Hey, Dave, how's it going this morning? Pretty good, pretty good. This is Travis Prince. I texted you earlier, but I wasn't sure if that's actually a cell number or not, so I decided to call. But the claims adjuster for to come here to 557, he called and he sent me a message saying that he wanted to reschedule it for Thursday morning because we're supposed to get rain this morning. He said Thursday morning between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. He's going to try to get here by then. Yes. I've already done that. That's why I wasn't sure if, like I say, this number was a cell phone or not. But I sent you some videos. The damaged area has actually increased in size. I took your instructions and I hammered a few holes in the bad area, and I did that. Put a bucket there, and it whatever I did didn't work, and so it still continued to spread across the ceiling, and a little bit more of the carpet got wet and damaged a painting. I should have moved out the way. But and that's the thing. I was hoping that maybe that if your company or if you knew somebody else who could come like get a tarp on this thing, and then I look at the weather and it's gonna rain for like 5 days in a row. Like it has to get covered, because if not, the damage is just gonna get really, really bad. Then we're looking at mold and all kind of stuff after that. I really appreciate it, Dave. Thank you. All right. Okay. All right, bye. Yeah, these motherfuckers are. It's just the worst fucking time for this shit to happen. Like, the weather will not get good, yo. We've been having like these bad fucking rainstorms lately. And then one on. That was last Monday. Yeah, we had a really bad storm last Monday. I'm talking about this shit tore up a lot of stuff. And it tore my fucking house up. Tore the fucking shingles off one side of my fucking roof. And now water is coming all in my fucking house. And so that shit fucked up the ceiling to start with. And then it rained again after that. Like a few days later, it rained again. And the ceiling was leaking like really bad. I had to put a bucket there. And then like the water spot is starting to spread over the ceiling. And it was leaking like... It was leaking in the spot where I didn't have a bucket, and then the carpet got really wet. I'm like, oh my fucking God, yo. So I'm trying to talk to my insurance company and these contractors to come and at least put a tarp on this motherfucker or something. And then it's supposed to rain again today. And you know what? It's going to rain. They're saying it's going to be really cloudy tomorrow and maybe no rain. But today is Tuesday. So we may not get rain on Wednesday, but they're saying it's going to rain Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like, yeah, this shit is going to fucking, like, I don't know. This shit is fucking ridiculous, yo. He's like, oh, you should get some video of it actually leaking. I already did all that shit, bro. I'm keeping everything on file of this shit, yo. Like, video and photographic evidence of how the damage has increased. And this is just 1 week. And now if we get 4 or 5 days of fucking heavy rain throughout the whole day, I say, man, these motherfuckers gonna have to tear off half of my goddamn roof and replace fucking rafters and beams and all kind of shit, man. I'm not playing that shit. Yo. Y'all gotta have to do whatever y'all gonna have to do. And I don't want no fucking mold growing in my house, getting me sick, and none of that shit. really follow this person. I don't know, man. Like, hey, nothing. I'm still in the studio right now. Okay. Oh. Yo, they're gonna make they're gonna make Brave New World into a TV series. Yo, I'll be having like a few people on my Facebook, yo. Some of these motherfuckers check every post I fucking make, yo. I swear, yo. Corona! That's not Corona. Small businesses survey shows downtown Wilkes-Barre businesses are in danger of permanently closing. Wow, that's scary. A new survey on Main Street America shows several businesses downtown Wilkes-Barre could close in the next few months. Most have a significant drop in revenue, even the restaurants that offer takeout and delivery. Main Street America sent the survey all over the county, including to 36 businesses in Wilkes-Barre. 64% of the ones that took the survey in the Diamond City say they could absolutely close in the next few months. And they've had to lay off many workers. 93% of downtown Wilkes-Barre respondents have seen revenue decrease by more than 50%, and more than 70% have seen revenue drop more than 75%. It's going to be considerably hard on everyone economically. Rosa Belia, who owns Franco's on Main Street. We all strive to make money to pay our bills, and when you have only a dime when you only have a dine-in restaurant or a service that you can provide to the community, it really hurts. I knew that shit was coming, yo. Small businesses shutting down. Like, man, I got 2 homeboys who actually have stores. Like, well, 3 homeboys. I need to talk to one of them too. I had 3 homeboys who own like shops. They have stores, and I've talked to 2 of them. And well, actually I got 4 homeboys. I know a lot of people who got businesses. This shit hurting everybody, yo. I got one of my homies, he owns a men's boutique, and he's a white guy, so he has like just white people stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just think about like whatever, man. I'm not trying to get all into the shit or be extra with it, but a white boy, he owns a men's boutique that sells clothes and shoes. And then I got another homeboy who owns a boutique, but he's a black dude and he sell like black people shit, you know what I'm saying? And then one of my other homeboys, he owns a tea shop and he sells tea. And his wife does Reiki, and they sell crystals and stuff like that, man. And then my other homeboy, he owns a print shop where you go get business cards and flyers and posters and banners and anything you need printed. You go there. And all of them are saying, like I said, well, I talked to 2 of them. I talked to the guy who owned the print shop, and the guy who owned the tea shop. He told me, like, dude, I'm down 75% of my income right now. He's like, we're working off of 25% of our income, and that's because we're barely hanging on to like online sales and shipping shit out to people. And then my other homie at the print shop, I had to go pick something up from him, and he was like, dude, like, cause he had 3 employees, he had to let 2 of them go, well, lay 2 of them off, and the other one, she only get like part-time hours now, and it's like, and he just had a kid, like, last year, he just had his first kid, like, last year. And he's like, bro, this shit is fucking hurting bad. Like, this shit hurts so bad right now. He's like, bro, he's scared, yeah. You know, you put all your money into a business, you know, most people gotta take loans out and shit to start that shit and get that shit out the ground, and it's like, some of these businesses may not be able to bounce back from this shit. Police catch pig with garbage can after 45-minute pursuit. Okay. State police investigate credit card fraud at 3 separate Lowe's locations. Alright guys, I got stuck on social media. I made a post and like everybody wants to comment on my post, yo. Scranton opens emergency homeless shelter amid pandemic. Wow. 4 weeks into it. What are we gonna do about the homeless people? 4 weeks into it. It took us a while, homeless people, but we got you covered. It only took us a month. That's not bad. A month? I've been homeless for 1.5 years. Yes, stop griping, man. You here now, right? You started from the bottom, baby. Started from the bottom. You good now. You Gucci. Alright, so I'm expecting a call really from this contractor I'm trying to work with to get my fucking shit fixed, man. Alright, we're done with the beach for right now. Y'all want to get some COVID news? Let's check on some what's going on with coronavirus. Let's see what Steve Lookner got to say.
When I first saw this product, I thought it looked kind of crazy. Didn't really understand what the benefits would be. But I had seen some before and after pictures on the website and thought to myself, you know what, I'm 48 years old. My face is starting to look a little bit aged.
Agenda-free TV. Just bringing you the news, baby. Just bringing you the news. Alright, what we're going to do here is... ta-ta-ta. What we're gonna do is maybe grab this brush. Ooh, I don't like how that brush is jelly. Maybe. Let's see. Come on, Steve. Where's the news? Get started with the shit, bro.
No, despite what the governor said, we are not going to let these places open. I believe they can do that. But I don't know what Atlanta's going to do, and I don't know what everywhere around the state's going to do. Hang on a second here.
Yeah, crazy shit has started happening in all these states. Steve actually lives in Atlanta. So he talks, when he says anything about Atlanta, that shit is affecting him directly. That's his, his home city.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution. This is an editorial from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Governor Kemp, don't risk virus resurgence here. We all look forward, this is the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, which is the big paper in Atlanta. We all look forward to the day when we can put this pandemic behind us, but given Georgia's performance so far, Governor Brian Kemp is moving too soon in confusing citizens. He's risking a resurgence of the coronavirus in our state. Yes, the statistical models have started to bend in our favor. While just models, these different analyses of COVID-19 cases and deaths suggest the state may be past its peak. Well, that'd be a temporary peak while the social distancing is going on, and the dire situation is getting better. We can't forget that people are still contracting the disease and dying from it. That means that while the pace is slowed, we'll have to continue to follow the policies that public health experts have urged, lest we risk a resurgence of the virus. Dr. Mark Lipsitch from Harvard School of Public Health says, if you open up enough, it's almost for certain the virus will hit Georgia again. It's just waiting for more susceptible people and more contacts. That's how viruses work. It's a very big risk, he said. The governor's order will allow gyms, bowling alleys, salons, and some indoor facilities closed under his shelter-in-place order to resume operations by Friday, as long as they comply with social distancing requirements and meet other rules issued by the state.
I'm about to cancel
Businesses
my
must meet 20 separate guidelines to reopen. They include screening employees for signs of illness, but not testing them as far as I'm aware, requiring more hand washing, and prohibiting gatherings of workers. And restaurants will be allowed to open on April 27th, Monday, if they meet guidelines his office will release later this week. Let's see here. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution thinks that Governor Kemp is overlooking some difficult facts about Georgia. The state ranks among the nation's worst for number of COVID cases and the deaths. The state ranks in the bottom 10 in testing per capita. Georgia ranks in the bottom 10 in testing per capita. Experts say the state still lacks the testing capacity needed to detect the true scope of the disease, as well as the resources required to trace the contact of infected persons in order to isolate future outbreaks. That's from Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Not a high degree of testing in Georgia, and lacked the contact tracing ability, to any kind of significant contact tracing ability. Georgia has more cases, many more cases than we know about, because only a small fraction of us have been tested. Let's also remember the state's weak data gathering. Until last week, the state only attributed death to COVID-19 when diagnoses were confirmed by lab tests. By omitting symptomatic people who died before they could be tested, the state understated the problem and lacks a true picture of the pandemic. The contact tracing and ramp up in tests promised by Governor Kemp are still weeks away, even if everything goes smoothly, and nothing has gone smoothly so far. They say Governor Kemp may have been too willing to accommodate us at the risk of our health and lives. So they are not for him opening up at this point. Look, we've talked about this repeatedly, but what health experts that I've seen say, it's very easy to find them. Turn on your TV or go look up on the internet. But the consensus among health experts that I've seen is they say that if you want to open they don't say, well, keep a country shut down entirely until there's a vaccine. Health experts I've seen say they don't want that to happen. They don't think that's realistic. What they say is that the lockdown and the social distancing and the shuttering of businesses is designed to give you time to put also it's designed to flatten the curve, but also it gives you time, and with that
Wolf,
time,
what up, bro?
what they say, they think that what the experts say that states and countries should do is increase testing, make it so that there's widespread testing, make it put a contact tracing system in place so that if somebody gets it, you have some system to trace their contacts quickly and even quarantine those contacts. Also, make sure there's enough PPE in hospital beds for any kind of surge that might happen. So doing things like that, test, trace, quarantine, make sure hospitals are prepared, PPE, those are the kinds of things that experts say recommend. Put those in place first and then start opening up. From my understanding, and you can see this article says it too, I'm not aware that Georgia has significantly increased its testing capacity. Certainly, as far as I'm aware, Georgia doesn't have a widespread testing capacity. I'm not aware of any kind of organized contact tracing capability Georgia's developed in the last few weeks. So
Lookner sounds
it just
scared as
looks
shit,
like Georgia, the governor has just said open up, without putting in any of the systems in place, that would prevent a big resurgence of cases, and that the experts recommend. So I guess the reasoning is just, okay, well, we can't do this anymore. But I mean, it's just, but there's, what I don't understand is, if shutting down was the right thing to do a month ago in Georgia, and nothing's really changed at all, why is it right to open up now? I mean, if you've watched these broadcasts, you've heard me say this before. It's one thing if things have changed in Georgia and they've put contact tracing in, and the testing has gotten a lot better, but I'm not aware that that's happened. So I don't really see the situation as significantly different than it was a month ago. Now, I know when he was talking today, he said, well, the hospitals are better prepared. I don't know about that. Maybe they are. But at the same time, the big things that the experts mention are the testing and the contact tracing, and also the ability and the resources to quarantine people, contacts, if they might have the virus. I'm not aware that any of that has been put into place. So I just, it's like to me, it's like, well, why did Georgia even bother shutting down in the first place? Why did they bother shutting down in the first place? If it's right to open up now, why wasn't that right a month ago? Anyways, but we'll see how many businesses open up. We haven't even talked to, so aside from Georgia, aside from the governor letting businesses open up as soon as Friday, there's also South Carolina and Tennessee are doing things too. We're going to get to that and talk about that. Hey, thanks, by the way, Anthony Liberté, Crispy, Leon Pitt,
Southern folks, man,
Jeff
they
Farrow,
like, fuck y'all.
Miriam Vidal.
I'm from South
Thank you for
Carolina,
your
yo.
support.
I know how these
I
southern
appreciate it.
people think, yo. I'm telling you, South Carolina ain't with the bullshit, yo.
Sarah thinks Kemp is a hypocrite because he signed the fetal heartbeat bill.
If y'all don't remember that, during the Civil War, there was a division in the nation, and you had the North and the South, or you had the Confederate States versus the Union. Now, how that came about was some of the states got together and said, "Fuck y'all, we out of here. We don't want to be a part of this United States of America. We're not a part of the Union anymore. We're gonna make our own confederacy." And so a bunch of states got together and did that. But you know who was what was the first state to succeed from the Union? The first state to leave the Union. The first state that stepped up and was like, you know what? Fuck you, federal government. We're out of this bitch. It was South Carolina, yo. That Civil War shit, yo. And the first shots of the Civil War were fired in South Carolina. Like, so, yo, them Carolina motherfuckers do not play. Oh my God. Yo, I'm taking a day off of work today. And like the building manager dude is fucking texting me and shit. He was like, "Where's the key to the mower?" Look, bro. I don't fucking know. It's about to fucking rain anyway. Why? You trying to hurry up and get out there and cut the grass before it rains? Man, leave that shit for when I get there. I'll do that shit, bro. I don't be having shit else to do at work lately, yo. Like, I just sit in the office all fucking day with nothing to do. Like, don't cut the fucking grass. At least let me do that shit. Oh, that's a lot. I do have like some small things to do, and I can start another mural too. I did one a mural at my job, and they want me to do 2 more. I didn't get started on the next one yet, on the second one, because I want a bonus. I want money. I love my job, man, and I appreciate them keeping me on the clock. Still getting a somewhat of a normal paycheck each week. But for all this mural art I'm doing up in there, yo, my hourly wages don't cover that kind of shit, yo. Y'all do not pay me enough hourly to do no shit like that. So I keep thinking to myself, before I start the next mural, I need to have a talk with somebody. I need some money. Money, 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 money. Money. I took a white canvas, I painted it brown, then I'm gonna paint it back white. Genius. It's all a part of the process, people. All a part of the process. I think next time, I may start toning my canvases different colors just to see if there's something else I like better than this. I've used this same tone color for like 10 years now. So I'm thinking about like a light gray maybe, or a beige, or even a blue or a green. What if I just tone my canvas green? Would that make a difference? Alright, how long you been here? 2 hours? Ooh, I'm getting hungry though. Nope. All right, that was it's kind of weird, bro. Like, he's asking me where the key to the lawnmower, but all I remember the last time we had the lawnmower, he was like oh, I don't want the oil. He said he don't want the oil or something to sit in the lawnmower throughout the whole winter, and so he was gonna drain the oil out of the riding mower for the wintertime before you put it in storage. And I was like, okay. And he said he'll do that, and I'm like, all right, but so that was the last time we even talked about the mower. And now he's asking me where the key is at. Like, bro, the last thing you said to me was you were going to drain the oil out before we put it in storage for the winter time. I haven't touched that fucking shit since then. And I'm looking at my work keys now, and I don't have it here with me. So, I don't know, I told him it may be in the mower still. Probably just left the key in the mower.
Now opens up truly non-essential things, then will run again on being pro-life. So she thinks he's hypocritical. DR says the amount of people who need to be doing contact tracing is incredible. Yes, contact tracing is very labor intensive. If you want to trace contacts of people who get the virus, which the experts recommend, you need to hire and train lots of people to do that. And again, the reason to do that is because if you start opening things up, you don't want to start having huge outbreaks. But to avoid big outbreaks, you need to figure out who has the virus and who might have the virus and get them away from everybody else. So you need to have widespread testing, which Georgia doesn't have. Remember, Georgia isn't even requiring businesses to test their workers. You could have hair salons and massage parlors opening up on Friday where the workers have the virus and they just haven't been tested. So one thing you need to prevent outbreaks is testing. Another thing you need is contact tracing, because if somebody gets the virus, if you want to prevent an outbreak, you want to know, well, who have they been in contact with? And that's a labor-intense thing to figure that out. Also, you might want to use like cell phone data. That's what some countries are doing. That's like what South Korea has done, use cell phone data. And then, even if you do have the contact tracing, that doesn't do you much good, the contact tracing, unless you have some kind of enforceable quarantine procedure. If you trace people's contacts, if Joe gets the virus, and then it turns out that Joe was in contact with 20 people, well, I don't know how much good it does if a contact tracer calls the people up and says, "Hello, this is your friendly contact tracer from the government, from the state of Georgia. Just so you know, a person you were in contact with got the coronavirus. Please voluntarily self-quarantine for 14 days and don't leave."
So that's crazy though. But so what you're saying though, Steve? If people know that they've been in contact with an infected person with COVID-19, and the government lets them know and notifies them and say, "Hey, we suspect that you may have been in contact with an infected patient, and you need to self-quarantine for 14 days." And what Steve is saying, that most people won't do this, and so therefore you need to have some type of mandatorily enforced quarantine for people who are suspected who are known or suspected to have been in contact with someone carrying the virus, that's scary. I don't want you to force me. Don't make me go. Don't make me do it. Why are you making me? Wow, my fucking laptop just froze the fuck up, yo. That shit will not stop buffering. I guess I completely lost Wi-Fi signal just now. You know why? You know why I lost Wi-Fi? Cause that shit is dead, son. Gotta get that 5G shit now, boy. Gotta get that new shit popping, nigga. You gonna keep buffering and losing signal and service. Cause you ain't on that 5G, nigga. Shit, 5G the wave. You ain't got the newest phone with the latest Wi-Fi service? You fucked, bro. You gotta have that Galaxy 13, that iPhone 12 connected to your 5G. Then you'll never buffer, never drop a call, none of that. 5G is the future. Never had so many internet connectivity issues ever until like the last couple years. They started talking about this 5G. Now they want to make it seem like this version of our communication connection is so obsolete and so terrible. You gotta upgrade, baby. Come on, baby. Gotta get that new. You ain't want the new? Well, look, you know what's gonna happen? Well, we're gonna greatly restrict your bandwidth and make you feel like your internet is shitty now. Now look at you. Your shitty ass internet. Slow ass upload speed. Can't share no more videos of Facebook at all. Got you caught in the dragnet. Skin on my rinky dinky dink, skin on my rinky do. Damn, Steve. Yeah, I lost internet. I'm looking at the This thing right there. And it's gonna rain today. It's supposed to rain all day. And I got a leaky roof. So I gotta catch this rain. And it's raining, raining on the inside. And it's raining, raining on the inside. And it's raining, raining on the inside. 'Cause I got a leak in my roof. 'Cause I got a leak in my roof. And it's raining on the inside. Cause I got a leak in my roof. Cause I got a leak. And you know, down inside, but you mean it's fine. Just don't believe the hype. And you know, right there up inside. I kind of something. So don't believe the hype. Damn, I sound terrible when I whistle. I think I might start practicing my whistling, so I can be a better whistler. Like Whistler's mother, the mother of all whistlers. Damn, that's really bad. Like, man, hey, y'all can't be good at everything. We all can't be good at everything. I'm good at a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm good at a whole lot of shit. Whistling ain't one of them. I think whistling and driving are very, very similar in that you can whistle and not be good at it, just like you can drive and not be good at it. I mean, you ain't gonna kill yourself or get yourself in an accident. You may not even kill nobody else or get anyone else in the accident, but you still not good at this thing. You just barely hanging in there. You know what I'm saying? And you are the people that I blow my horn at constantly. Like, bitch, you can make a fucking right-hand turn at a red light. There is no sign that says no turns on red. If it doesn't specifically tell you you cannot go, then turn, motherfucker. Just for the love of Christ, just turn. Please, why are you sitting here? You can drive, man. I know you can drive, but you ain't good at that shit, man. Fuck is you doing? Motherfucking light is green. You pressing your brakes going through the... Why are you slowing down, bitch? The light is green. Do you want to stop for the red light? Are you waiting for it to turn yellow? Why did you just hit your brakes? What are you doing? Why are you slowing down? Oh, now, see, you made me miss the light, you dumb motherfucker. You can drive, but you ain't good at it. Now motherfuckers be parking and the parking spots, they got the fucking lines drawn out on the ground so you can see. Fit your car in between these lines. And the motherfuckers still have 2 tires on one line. Like, bitch, why are you on the line? Can you not see? Everybody else in this parking lot is parked in between the lines, except you. Because you want to park on the line. You want your tires on the line. I mean, you can drive, but you ain't good at it. I hate these types of people. And when they're not in their vehicles, they're probably like really sweet, intelligent, loving, kind-hearted people. But when they get behind the steering wheel of an automobile, they're fucking the wretched of the earth. You're fucking dumb fucks. You're shitwads. And you piss me off to the highest point of festivity. Were to ever snap, it'd be like some road rage shit, yo. Like, fuck all of you guys. You dumb fuckers. You caused a traffic jam for no reason. I hate truck drivers, like 18-wheelers, who stay in the passing lane. Bitch, that's the fast lane. Why you sitting over here in the fucking fast lane doing 65 in this big ass motherfucking truck, man? Get that shit over, man. I don't give a fuck if they vehicles in the other lane doing the speed limit 55 and you want to go 65, man, fuck that. I'm trying to do 75, 80. You in my goddamn way, man. Big ass semi trucks hogging up the whole goddamn highway. Piss me the fuck off. So you know what I do? When they do that shit, I wait for my moment to get in front of them, and then I slow the fuck down, yo. I slow down in the fast lane. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not making this shit up, yo. I've done this a couple of times. If a truck driver does not get the fuck over and let the cars go, because in some states, semi-trucks are not even allowed to drive in the left lane. They have signs everywhere. All trucks stay right. So when these motherfuckers feel like they gonna hog over the goddamn left lane, I get right around them motherfuckers and get in front of them and then slow the fuck down until I force them over. What you gonna do, bitch? I'll slow down to 40 miles an hour on the highway. Bitch, you gonna get in that other lane. Or you gonna hit me, you gonna hit my car, and I'm gonna sue the shit out of you and whatever company you work for. I do that instead of like trying to get the number or how's my driving, 1-800. I'm not calling nobody to like complain. This truck driver's hogging up the fast lane. Fuck that, I'm just fuck his day up. You gonna call me a son of a bitch? Watch. Make you call me a son of a bitch. This motherfucker got in front of me. He slowing down. This son of a bitch is slowing down. You motherfucker. That's right, bitch. Get the fuck over. Drive in the fucking right lane with all the other 18-wheelers like you're fucking supposed to. So that people in this lane can do 80 miles an hour like we're not supposed to. Fuck. You need to obey the law so I can break the law. Don't you understand this? Logic? My reasoning? anybody doing over the speed limit feel like they got a claim to the fucking left lane. Speed limit 55. I'm doing 60. Bitch, you still in the motherfucking way, man. Get the fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. If you not doing 75, 80, you in my way. You gotta get over, man. Man, get the fuck over, dude. Well, I'm doing more than the speed limit. Bitch, you doing 65. Calm the fuck down. It's still gonna take you the same amount of time to get home. Me? Man, I be shaving. Man, I shave 10 minutes off my drive. That shit supposed to take me 37 minutes. I'll be there in 26. I'll be there in 26 minutes. Not doing a 30-something minute drive, 40-minute drive, fuck all that. 26 minutes. My God, old ass Chevy, bruh. Old ass Chevy. That shit haul ass, my dude. The Chevy Monte Carlo. Yo, my little car be out. I only do that because I hate driving. I really, really hate driving. I hate being just sitting in the car behind the steering wheel. Your arms have to stay stiff so you can control the pressure on the steering wheel. Your leg got to stay stiff so you can control the pressure on the gas pedal. And you got to pay attention the whole time you're doing it. Yeah, fuck that. I need me a chauffeur so I can play Angry Birds while I'm riding to my destination. I don't got time to be paying attention to traffic and stoplights and trying to regulate my speed just enough so I don't get too big of a ticket if a motherfucker pull me over. I'd rather pay somebody else to do that, but I would have to make money in order to pay, which I do not have. I need a chauffeur. Man, sometimes I am better than the radio. I need a chauffeur. Someone who is willing to drive my ass around. I need a chauffeur. I hate driving. I need a chauffeur. Somebody who's willing. I need a chauffeur. I hate driving. Someone to drive my black ass around. Someone to drive my black ass around. I need a chauffeur. I hate driving. I need my bad, guys. Corny freestyles in your quarantine. Ooh. Cause I hate driving. Bam, 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 dun, dun. Yo, New Jersey say they gonna let this brother and sister get married. These motherfuckers are gross. And I'm gonna just come out and say, you know, they're white. Like, not saying that that's obvious, but it's very, very rare for black people to do some shit like that. I seen this other, I don't know where I was watching it. It might have been something on Snapchat or something, but it was two cousins. And I did not know in some states it's legal for you to marry your first cousin. You can marry your first cousin. And it's like, huh? I watched some little short documentary and these two cousins kissing and fucking and want to get married. But some reason I got to look up the definition of incest too, because apparently marrying your cousin isn't incest, but marrying your sister or brother is incest. I thought incest was anything, anyone who was your family. Like, if you have the same bloodline, I don't give a fuck if it's your sister, your cousin, your mom, your uncle. All that shit is incest, isn't it? 'Cause you're from the same family. But somehow, I guess, legally, with their terms and definitions, I guess fucking your cousin isn't incest, or it isn't considered incest the same way that banging your sister is. But yeah, I was reading that article this morning while I was sitting on my throne taking a shit. But and I was like, interesting. 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 And crazy as fuck. And they're like, we don't care who judges us, cause we love each other. And that shit always brings me back to like Game of Thrones. How them motherfuckers were just like so in love with each other, yo. So in love. And your fucking brother and sister, dude. Like, how are you in love with your fucking sister and have kids? It's like, ugh. White people. And no, I'm not being racist. I'm not. That's just like saying there's a lot of black people in gangs. Black people are gang members. It's fucking true. It's true. But statistics show that, white people practice incest more regularly than other groups. It's just weird. It's weird. Why do you want to fuck your sister? And then you go on like porn sites. Not that I go on porn sites on a regular basis, other than to do research on the defamation of human culture and societal issues. Anyway, you see all this shit like fucking my stepmom or fucking my sisters. Like, really? That's the fantasy you guys have of like fucking your mom or fucking your sisters? Like, so I've only watched a few of those, shit. Research. It's all for research. Family taboo. Like, I don't think I want to click on that shit. Hey, Dad, I'm home from school. Hey, daughter, how are you doing? Where's Mom? Mom's at the grocery store. And then the music starts. Chicka wicka wah wah, chicka wicka. It's like, Jesus Christ. But on to bigger and better things. So if I was a guessing man, I would say this is probably here. Something like this. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I definitely am getting hungry. I've been up for a minute, yo. I should have ate before I came in the studio. I've been up since like 4:30, 5 o'clock, some shit like that. All right. I think that's a good stopping point. I need to do some shit online real quick anyway. So I'm gonna wrap up this stream for the time being. Hey man, don't worry. We'll be back with some more quarantine streams in a little while. I may even stream my video games. But first I gotta hop online and do some shit. All right. And the rain has already started. Fuck me. Alright guys. Slowly but surely getting this underpainting done. We worked on the commission a little bit earlier, brushing off some of that gold leaf on there, getting that thing nice and tidied up. I'll probably work on that a little bit more later on as well. And like I said, just try to get this canvas filled in with the underpainting. So always got stuff to work on. Always got stuff to work on. So until next time, guys, thanks for chilling with me. This is just as good for me as it is for you guys. I really do enjoy coming into the stream and hanging out with you guys and just chatting, conversating, debating, talking about different topics, listening to news or whatever we doing, man. Really enjoy it, and I appreciate every time you guys come in here and hang out with me for 20, 30 minutes or fucking 3 hours. You know, sitting in the studio doing our thing. So once again, yo, much love, much appreciation. I'm hungry. I need something to eat. I gotta get on the computer for a minute. I really need to try to make a phone call. I doubt if I would actually get anywhere right now because it's already fucking raining. But ooh. Gotta make sure I turn everything off in this bitch. I'm good for leaving shit on. I'm good for leaving brushes just sitting in thinner. Alright, I guess that's as good as things here are gonna get for right now. Yeah, so I'm out of here. I catch you guys. Crap, give me this. I'll catch you guys downstairs in the living room. Peace.